Listen, Nicole, this is it.
All right, Karen,
You
I'm
sure?
so nervous. You see me, I'm sweating. I'm ready. I'm so ready. I'm so ready. Today is our launch date. Today our series starts. But look, even my nail polish came off. So look, of all things, but I'm still here. I'm still ready. Today we're launching Elevate, Educate, and Inspire.
Hello, hello, hello. Wherever, wherever you are watching us from across the globe, we are so happy that you are here with us. Welcome, welcome. A few months ago, Nicole and I met at a networking event, and it was, I mean, I can't describe it. It was just instant. We connected on every level that you could think about, and it was so natural. It just was effortless. It was like I'm meeting a sister that I didn't even remember that I had or knew that I had. So it's
Right?
it's been a crazy but good journey. A lot of things to pull together, but it's really it's shown us what we can do when we really want to get it done.
Can we just give a shout out to Anjanita Prevost for networking and stilettos? Because if we didn't have that, I would have never have met you. And you are everything that I need in my life. You're that detailed, clear thinker. I'm such a freestyler. I swear I'm a hip hop artist in my mind, because I can freestyle. But
that might be something that is coming. That
that
might be an
might be
avenue to come in.
that might be season 2. No. Oh my goodness. But I'm excited. And I just want to say thank you. And I love you. It has been such a wonderful journey. I'm excited. So let's get this episode started. Let's go.
As Nikki mentioned, we met a few months ago at a virtual networking event. And boy, oh boy, it was just a connection. I mean, we connected on so many levels. But the one that really jumped out for us was how passionate we both felt about educating women. And out of that, we had the concept of having conversations for women, by women, with women. What better way to share all of our experiences, to support each other, to encourage each other, to provide knowledge and nuggets that we can all take away and use. And that's what the series is going to be all about. Elevate, educate, inspire. We're going to be just talking to some women who are just phenomenal in their own areas. They are just super.
Yeah, I love it. I was on my walk this morning, right? And I'm thinking about, we're launching today, and why. I was thinking about why are we doing this? And Karen, you said it so fantastically, so beautifully. The words that came to my mind and my heart was support and the knowledge share. Two things: share knowledge and to support each other.
Mhm.
I mean, the support is so multifaceted, because not only are we supporting each other in our entrepreneurial journeys, but we've combined the experience of some phenomenal professionals that stand
Absolutely.
tall in their
Mhm.
space. And we
Mhm.
brought them all together with this joint venture and to share this knowledge with other women. So our series starts off with Dr. Philippa Moss.
Mhm.
She is gonna isn't her conversation is going to be
Okay.
amazing. She's and
Yes.
she's and she's in the Bahamas. Let's give a shout out to our global sisterhood, right? So she's going to help us to understand the balancing act that we all have as women, right? We have to balance the professional life and the personal life without being overwhelmed. We're moms, we're moms, we're daughters, we're professional women. We do so much. Some of us are
Mhm.
entrepreneurs. That's a lot. And we're doing all of that in a pandemic. So we're going to talk
Mhm.
about that. Then we have how can my mind go blank on this topic? Then we have our naturopath.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. She's
that's my
good.
yeah. She's
She's good.
actually, isn't she good? She's actually my
Yes.
personal naturopath. So when we say support, like I'm sharing my personal naturopath with everybody because she's amazing. So Philippa's going to help us get our mind right, but Janice is going to help us get our bodies right, right? So as we are navigating through life, we're strong and we can do it successfully. Mm-hmm. We can't talk about life and being preventive and moving forward and progressive without talking about money and how we view money, right? Mm-hmm. So we have, money is such a big topic. We have two experts coming in. So our first expert is going to talk to us about the emotional part of money. As we grow as entrepreneurs, whether we're entrepreneurs or whether we're professionals, most of us are used to making money, right? But how do we process how we make money? How do we view the money we make? Are we overspending it, right? Money can keep coming in, but she's going to help us do a deep dive into how we feel and how we act and why we act the way we do about the money that we're bringing in.
And right behind her, we're going to keep talking about money, but this time we're going to look at it from the professional side. And we're going to have a little dynamite, Sandra Morneau, and she is an IRS tax expert. And she describes herself as a money geek, but she's going to show us and share with us really some of the best ways and the simple ways to just set your business up the right way. You don't want to miss that. And then after we've done all of that, we're going to have Keisha Leverage come in, and she's going to talk us through the masculine and feminine energy and how that shows up, because sometimes as women, we gotta be in the masculine energy when we are at work, but we don't want to carry that home. So Keisha's going to really just take us through that, etc. And then to bring it all up and wrap it up, we can't do anything if we don't have a voice. And that is what Sierra is going to share with us. She's going to share with us how, as women, it is okay, it is actually needed for us to own our voice, to speak our voice, to stand in our voice, and to not think that we have to shrink or that we have to diminish ourselves. Because you know what? What we have to say matters. What we have to say is important. What we have to say is valuable. And Sierra is going to show us in her dynamic way how we're going to bring all of that together. So what can I say? That is just,
you see why we're excited? This is the series, and that's what it's all about. But before we get started with our episodes, Karen, I want you to tell everyone about you and who you are. You are a master strategist and a life coach. And you know what? I've seen you in action. So I agree. You're a master. You bring such clarity when you come to the table and when you come to the room, you help bring it all in. You help us get our minds right so we can think clearly through whatever plan we're trying to implement. So tell us a little bit more about you, sis.
Oh, Nikki, thank you. I mean, I love listening about me through your eyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As Nikki said, I am a master strategist. First of all, my name is Karen Williams Thompson. I am a master strategist. And what I do is I help female entrepreneurs and businesses not only set goals, but achieve goals. And I do this by being intentional with them, by helping them understand their why. Why is such a simple question, a mere three-letter word, but it has big value for us, whether it's in our personal life, whether it's in our professional life, starting a business, understanding your why. Why do you want it? What does it mean to you? All of these things are really very important, and that's part of what I do. My mentor, John Maxwell, says that there are 2 days that are really very important in your life: the day that you're born and the day that you know why. And with the programs that I offer, and when I also work one on one as a coach or providing training for businesses or individuals, these are some of the things that I look at. I look at how we can get crystal clear on what we want to achieve. What is the vision for yourself? What is the vision for your corporation or your business? What are the goals? And setting goals is the easy part. Achieving goals is what we really want. And oftentimes we set goals, and when we don't achieve them, we're frustrated, we're upset, we're stuck. But you know what, Nikki? I can talk about this for a long time. This is my passion. This is my love. I really am super passionate about working with women. Why? women are to me the superheroes of the world. They juggle everything. They're the mom, they're the sister, they're the
We
best
are.
friend, they're everything. But the person that they often leave out is themselves. And that is why working with them is just so important for me, because I want to help women understand that they can be those things, and they can achieve the goals and live the lives that they want for themselves. And this is just what I love doing. I absolutely, it just brings me joy.
And I love it that you love it because it shows and we need it, right? When you're working and you're helping support women and you're helping us show up and to be our best, that
Mhm.
that care and that personal touch is so important, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you rock in that space. I love it. And I wish you well on your, I'm going to support you. Look, I'm using the word, I'm going to
Thank
support
you.
you in any way I can. I
Yes.
definitely will. You're amazing at what you do.
So appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. But Nikki, you do a wonderful service as well, because without the service that you are providing, we would be, as we would say in Barbados, we would be in duck's guts. We would really,
not,
so
not duck's guts.
so,
I love it.
but we need not to be there, especially like times like now. I mean, I'm preparing for a tropical storm that's due to pass here tomorrow,
Yeah, yeah.
and the very service that you are providing are the services that we all need, so that when unexpected things happened, we would have already had our conversation with you and we would be ready. So
Yeah, that's so true. Thank you for that. Thank you for that introduction. I love it. So basically, as hello everyone, I'm Nicole Laidler and I'm a health crisis strategist. And I am so laser focused on helping my community address the disparities that we see in healthcare. So I'm on a journey right now from the corporate world into my entrepreneurial world. And on this journey, I have identified that I really think that it's important that I work with mothers and I work with single mothers on this path. As a health crisis strategist, my focus or the tool that I use is called living benefits, right? So people may have heard of living benefits, but there's a whole lot that happen. What living benefits does is it's a tool that you can use. It's a financial tool, actually, that you can use that kicks in when you are experiencing a serious illness. So take, for example, this pandemic that we're experiencing, right? So many illnesses have surfaced. So COVID is the overarching virus, right? But the symptoms that lead up to COVID, or the symptoms that make COVID even a worse beast than it is if you have if you have like a heart issue or if you have diabetes. So what living benefits does is if you have a serious illness, you can submit a claim. And once you submit that claim, you can receive financial support to help you navigate through your illness.
mhm.
So in 2017, I lost my dad. And this is why I do what I do, right? So in 2017, I lost my dad, and I lost my dad to ALS. And I'm not sure if you are familiar with ALS, Karen, but
Yes, yeah,
it's crazy, right? It's a nasty
yeah,
disease. There's no
yeah,
cure, there's no
no,
treatment for it, right?
yeah, mhm,
And so as we're caring for my dad, right, he had phenomenal health care. My father was a retired captain of police, which I'm proud to say my dad was a cop. That's right. So he was a captain of, shout out. I love my daddy. So he was a retired captain of police. So he had, his health care was tight. He was covered. We had exactly what we needed to help get him the best care. We had the best doctors, we had the best equipment. However, since there's no treatment, since there's no cure for his disease, there was only but so much we could do.
mhm,
So
yeah,
man, crazy, right? It was sad. But
mhm,
what my mom did was she took a holistic approach to his
mhm,
care. And so
mhm,
that's why I know a little bit about naturopaths and going down that route to help build up your immune system, to help make your
mhm.
body strong. But sis, that is crazy expensive, right? Insurance,
Yes, yeah,
you, your insurance doesn't pay for that.
no,
So
mhm,
what living benefits does is it gives you access to money that you've planned for ahead of time. So you've set aside, you've met with me, we set a plan in action financially. So if you experience a serious unexpected health event, then we can execute the plan and you have access to the money. And while you're living, that's the key point, right? We don't. It's one thing to take care of our beneficiaries, you know, if something happens to us, but the quality of life while you're living, you still, and you're experiencing a serious illness, you still have to pay your rent, but you might be too tired. You still have to eat, but you might not be able to work. So, you know, sometimes we have to make decisions whether we're going to buy food or whether we're going to pay our rent or whether we're going to pay our medical bills. And that's where I come in. And so, I couldn't help but bring this to my community, right? I don't know if you see what I see, but when I think about the disparities that we have in healthcare, so people are struggling because they might not have health insurance, right? They might not have access to health insurance, but living benefits, you can build that based on your budget. If you have a small budget, then get a small policy, get a $50,000 policy, get a $100,000 policy. You have access to tens of thousands of dollars to help you pay your rent and to help you navigate through your illness. If money is not an issue, get $1 million policy, right? Protect you and your family. So that's the message that I'm bringing to my community. That's the message that I'm bringing to single moms. I'm a single mom. I know what it's like. My daughter's a single mom. I know what it's like. So that's the plan. And then I have my team. I have my life coaches, my Keishas, my Karens, my Jermaines, my Felipas. I have the tax agents. I have the money coaches. And so use us, tap into us so that we can help build and strengthen each other. So that's what I do. That's basically me in a nutshell.
I loved it, and I loved how you were able to explain it and the steps to take persons really through it, because I think in that way it really shows people how, and this is the word that you use that I love, making a decision. You make a decision to look after yourself and look after your loved ones. And it's a similar thing with life coaching. You make a decision, you know that you want more out of life. You know that you want to achieve certain things. You know that you want to feel accomplished about certain things. But somehow, sometimes rather, the reality is you may be stuck because we're all busy and you just may not know how or what is the first step that you need to take. And that is really where the coach comes in. We just walk beside you and help you find that clarity, because truthfully, all of the answers are already within you. When I was thinking about purchasing my house, I couldn't see how. I was a single mother at the time. My son was ready to go off to college. And I just was telling myself, you have bills to pay, you've got college fees. How are you going to go and add a mortgage to it? And then the people that were around me were saying things like, you sure you could manage this? You sure you could do that? So there was all this doubt and this question in my mind about how. But then I had a conversation with my financial coach. And her words to me were simple. She said, why not, Karen? Why not? And that actually gave me the mind shift and moved me in a totally different direction, where then I just started saying, why not? What's the worst that can happen? And would you know that going, and I went from institution to institution, and the last stop, the very last financial institution I went to, the lady said to me, Karen, what do you want this for? And I told her, and she said, you know what? We're going to help you. Just like that. From my coach saying, why not? To this bank representative saying, we're going to make this happen for you. And that was the power of coaching in my life. That was the power of having someone believe in me when I was not yet in that place to believe in myself. And that's the beauty of coaching. Persons who can hold the space for you as you grow into your fullest potential to live that life and to have that dream that you want. We just help you pull it out, and then in a very strategic way, help you plan based on the decisions that you are making. Just as you said, you make those decisions, you then plan for them so that you can show up in life as you want. And when that happens for you, I'm telling you, Nikki, when that happens, when you get that, not only do you feel successful, not only do you feel overjoyed, but everyone else around you is feeling that joy. You're lifting everyone up with you, just as we are doing with every woman. We just lifting. And that just makes for stronger communities. And it's just like a ripple. It's just going to get bigger and it's just going to get better. Because you know what, ladies? The time is now. Time is now for these conversations.
Yeah, it so is. It so is. And the time is now. We have resources. We have an internet, right? So the pandemic surfaced a lot of negative things. We know about that.
Mm-hmm.
But look at what it also surfaced. Now we can connect. All of us are on Zoom now. Everybody's a master of Zoom. I don't care who you are, right? So
you had to get there.
Come on. So now people all over the world can chime into you and get coaching advice from you. You know, they can chime in and talk to Jermaine and get coaching advice. My particular services are specific to the continental United States, to the 50 states, and other countries already have what I bring, but that's okay. I can still talk to my fellow Americans in Hawaii and Alaska, right? So that's look, the time is so ripe for sharing knowledge, for supporting each other, for linking because of our commonalities, helping each other. We can't get through this pandemic successfully if we continue to isolate ourselves and continue to try to do things without sharing our pains and our lessons learned. Let's share. Let's do it together. It's so much easier.
And to be honest, if we really want to be successful in life, if this is really what we want, if we want to have the best quality of life, the best way to do it, as simple as it sounds, is by supporting each other. The best way to do it is by helping another woman, giving another. Don't keep the knowledge to yourself. Share it and just let it expand. It's like paying forward. You show somebody the way, they're going to show somebody else the way. But if you really want to go far, if you really want to have that quality of life and you really want to be successful, don't take the journey alone. Take others with you. That is where the beauty in the journey is.
And one last thought, right? So I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole with this, but I'm going to put my diversity and inclusion, or diversity, equity, and inclusion hat on. And I'm going to say, brilliance also comes when you have diversity of thought at the table and diversity of experience, right? So if you go through life and you're just living it through your lens without taking in information and insight and discernment and knowledge from others, then it's a struggle. It's such a struggle. Brilliance comes when you have a multitude of experiences at the table that's building a strategy. And that's what Elevate, Educate, and Inspire has done. We have diversity of thought, experience at the table. And so we're bringing it to each other. I love it. I've partnered with many of these women personally, so I can speak to their services. It's amazing. I'm so excited to share.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see it all unfold and to let it just go and see where the journey goes. You know, the longest journey starts with the first step, and this is the first episode and we have kicked this off, and I think it's just going to be a phenomenal journey, some exciting conversations, lots of little nuggets. I mean, when we listen to our naturopath, she just has so many little things that I can't wait for y'all to hear her.
So listen, tune in on Thursdays as we have these wonderful, powerful, inspirational conversations with my sisters. These are my friends, y'all. So join us.
This is our circle, our neat little circle, our tribe that's moving forward. And once you see these conversations and you like them, share them. Just share them so that as many women as possible can see and can hear. Don't keep it for yourself. Just share it and share it and share it.
Definitely. Please do. So we'll see you next week.
Yes. Can't wait. See you then.